Guys, how you doing? I'm Sean, this dumb guy DIY. I haven't made a full-length video in a really long time. Changed the name of the channel. As you know, if you're watching this, you probably know me. But I'm back, and today we're just going to do something that helps me in a couple of ways. I like doing little projects, and I also kind of have an unhealthy obsession with these Radio Flyer wagons, or just these little wagons in general. Wagons big and small. Even got this little baby here. But I've got so many of these things hanging around the house. I just don't know what I'm doing anymore with this stuff. I have way too much clutter. If you look behind me, man, it's this is clean back here. There's so much crap. My basement's full of crap. I got a shed next to my garage full of crap. And if you're in the same situation as me, maybe you start looking at the crap you got laying around as not as crap, but as maybe some potential to making that into something else. So I went on the most evil website for people who do DIYs or crafts or anything else, and that of course is Pinterest. I go on Pinterest and I type in little red wagon projects. That was a big mistake. There are millions of things on there. But I also kind of have a ton of like die-cast cars, these little 18 scale cars. These are like 60, I don't even know what these are. These smaller scale cars. And thousands of Hot Wheels still in the box, or in the little packages. And it's not healthy. I have to excuse my excessive sweating. I'm fat. Also, it is warm in here. I'm looking over at the garage thermometer, and it's in between 80 and 85, and it is 7:40 in the morning in July, and it's humid, it's thick. So I picked a great day for my comeback video. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I just want to welcome you guys back to the channel. And today I went into my shed where I have 7 wagons, and I picked out this gem, this Radio Flyer. I don't know how old it is. I know nothing about the history of Radio Flyer wagons. I just know I like them. The one thing though, I must be getting older and fatter, because this wagon to me seems like, God, it seems like it's made for really tiny people. I remember them being a lot bigger, a lot bigger. But anyway, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this rusty piece of crap and we're gonna make it into something that any man cave owner would be proud of. So today we're gonna make a shelf. We're gonna take the wheels off, we're gonna take these little fences off, which are pretty much falling off anyway. We're gonna strip her down, take the wheels off, everything like I said. We're gonna put a couple of shelves in. I wanted to put 3 shelves in here, but no. So I'm just gonna put 2 shelves. I'm just gonna kind of center them up, put the eyeballs on them. I got a piece of wood here that I found in my pile of crap wood pile. I got a couple of things left over, like wood stain and like polyurethane stuff. I'm gonna throw that on. I don't know which one I'm using, but one of these will go on here. We'll let that dry. We'll do that off camera, of course. Who wants to watch that? You barely want to watch this. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this to size. I gotta rip it because I think the height of this is 3.5 inches. This is 5.5 inches. So yeah, I'm gonna rip it, cut it, strip the wagon, and there'll be like some time-lapse stuff in here so you guys don't completely fall asleep. So yeah, let me get started on stripping the wagon first. Let me get this back out of the way. So not really gonna talk too much here. Probably be some like random lame music playing. And when you come back to normal speed, this is gonna be all stripped down. So I'm just gonna get going. For this, I just needed my little impact driver, screwdriver, hopefully. So let's get going. All right, so we're partway there. You can see we've got all the fence, or whatever these are, taken off. Just gonna show you real quick. So you don't think I'm just destroying a perfectly good wagon if you're a wagon lover like me. This has holes drilled in it for what I can only assume, because of the dirt in there, is for like a little garden piece, like something, maybe they had flowers or something planted in it. And the bottom is totally effed. So this was an easy choice for this project. Man, I'm already sweating bullets out here. Whew. All right, so let's get these wheels off, and we're gonna keep pressing on. So give me just a minute, and these wheels will be off, and we can get to it. Well, we're back, and as you can see, I've already sweat through his shirt. I've only taken the wheels off. So, yeah, this is going to be good. Man, it is so humid out here. I'm going to do a little change of plans, I think. The wood and the stain is going to happen. But I think I'm going to just do the wood shelves in here first. It is entirely too humid out here for stain. It's gonna take, my birthday's in a few weeks. It'll probably still be wet at that point if I put it on right now. So I think what we're gonna do is just we're gonna do the right thing and skip that step for now, which means it'll probably never get done. In full honesty, in true dumb guy DIY style, if I put something off on a project, odds are that shit's not getting done. So, but it is what it is. Deal with it. It's my channel. There it is. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so we got the wheels off. The paint is literally just falling off of this thing, which I think, wow, which I think kind of just adds to its charm. I'm going to clean it up a little bit though, because damn, this is, yeah, this is, I don't want to hang it up like that, is what I'm trying to say. So, you don't need to watch that, so I'm just going to go over to my hose here and throw a little water in it, scrub it, come back. It's going to look just as crappy as it does, but it hopefully it looks a little better, because damn, this is fucked up. Messed up, sorry for the kids out there. Be right back. Ooh, oh yeah, real quick. Infomercial! Guys, if you watch my channel, used to be called Krusty Customs Garage, and I had a company that's been pretty good to me over the years, and that company is Super Clean. Now, I've had 2 sponsors on this channel the entire time it's been around. Super Clean has been the longest lasting sponsor, but by no means am I going to tell you that their product is good if it is not. I will not bow down to any sponsor. Anyway. Super Clean, done a video or 2 in the past. They reached out to me and said, hey, you haven't done a video in a while with our stuff in it. You want to do a video? And I said, sure. So they sent me over a couple more of their doozies. This, of course, is the Daddy Super Clean degreaser. You can use it on anything. I could run down the list. I could read it off the back. It's good, okay? Just know it's good. That's all you need to know. Then, of course, they also have the same thing, but in like a foaming deal. So it sticks, doesn't slide, takes care of all the nasties, grease, dirt, grime. Spray it on, scrub it, wash it off. Gonna use a little bit of that on the old Radio Flyer, I think. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Head on over to Super Clean. Check out their stuff. It's available pretty much everywhere that has a business, I think. If they open their doors for the public. I'm pretty sure they even have this at like a dentist's office. That's how, you know, I'm joking, but that's how readily available it is. Super Clean, really good product. Wanted to thank them for, again, sending some stuff, being a sponsor, and just being cool people. So, yeah, buy Super Clean. if you don't, you're just, you know, it's not doing it right. So anyway, back to the regular programming. Guys, all right, we are back. It's worse than I thought. So I used the super cleaner degreaser, and it cleaned up pretty nice. I gotta say, it's terrible, but it's not Super Clean's fault. Just gonna say that, not Super Clean's fault. Continue sponsoring me, please. I picked a really bad wagon to use for this project. It's really, all the holes that they put in here, they're like really rotting. I'm gonna continue on with it, but yeah, if you're gonna make a really cool shelf, this one is going to stand this way is going to be on the wall, or I may put it on top of one of my bookshelves downstairs, just so it leans against the wall, and then it's going to have a couple shelves like right here and right here. It will fit the theming of my basement, but if you want something that looks a little bit cleaner, get a more solid wagon. I see them on Facebook Marketplace all the time. I said actually there's a couple right now that I wouldn't mind having. I won't, hun. This to the wife, I won't do it. But if you're gonna do a project like this or anything, unless you want a really rustic, rough looking wagon, like this is, there's rot up in, it's really bad. Unless you're really diving into like the patina look, which I love, I'm into that. But for this, I want it to be a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer, but it's just not gonna happen. It's gonna look like poo. But I think just for dumb guy instructional purposes, I think this is going to be just fine. Like I said, I'm just going to measure our distance from here to here. We're going to throw a couple shelves in here, and then that'll be a cool place to set collectibles, little like Hot Wheels like I have, I'm a child, or anything else. So I have these little figurine things, again, I know, pretty lame, old guy stuff, but I think it's cool nonetheless. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna skip ahead, because I just realized I have to rip that piece of wood and cut it. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, and I really like most of my neighbors, most. Guy lives right across the street, directly across the street from me, you know who he is? Hates your guts, just, you know, no, Rick, you're a cool dude. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I don't want to wake up my neighbors. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, like I promised, we jumped ahead. As you can see, I made some changes. I have a love for license plates. I don't know if you can tell. So I decided to integrate that into my rusty piece of crap wagon repurpose project. I think it came out pretty nice. I just ripped that wood down. Shelves are screwed in place, nice and sturdy, and I decided to add some plates just for a little more personality. Just, you know, I love my license plates. So this is something that anybody can tackle. If a moron like me can do it, you certainly can. There's only one way to get stuff like this done, and that's just to do it. So I would encourage any of you to take some old junk you got around the house. In moderation, go on Pinterest. That is an evil woman, that Pinterest. She'll suck you in, and then like a tractor beam, she won't let go of you. So, but if you have something laying around and you're like, man, I wonder what I could do with that, just type in whatever it is, you know. Jelly jar repurpose. Don't do that. Don't. You right there, looking at you. Don't type that in. Don't type in any kind of jar repurposing or wine bottle repurposing unless you want to be pulled into the vortex of glass cutting and all this other crap and paint pouring and oh no, don't do it. But anyway, in closing, I'm Sean. This is Dumb Guy DIY. This is my first real dumb guy project. I hope you like it. I do. It's going in my man cave. I'll probably take a little picture maybe for a thumbnail. I don't really do thumbnails, do I? Maybe I'll start doing that. I want to thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. And if you've lasted this long, I appreciate that even more. Please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate and love every one of you guys. We'll see you next time.